Hello there. So I'm deciding to stitch you a video just because I think it's going to be a little easier to explain. If you guys do not want spoilers, skip on through in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can skip. So to answer some of your questions, your first question, it does get a little confusing, but her actual name is Galinda. There is a scene in the musical and the movie where Dr. Dillamond, who is a goat, cannot pronounce her name correctly and keeps saying Glinda. And he explains it, unless I misheard, that it's because of the way the goat's mouths are, that they're missing the teeth in front of their mouths to get the G-Linda instead of Glinda. And after Dr. Dillamond is arrested and they learn the truth of what's happening to all the animals in Oz, Galinda then, as a way of, you could call it maybe peaceful protest, she changes her name in honor of Dr. Dillamond. She shortens it from Galinda to Glinda, which is her name in The Wizard of Oz, Glinda, the Witch of the North. And as for why Ariana and Cynthia are crying, I'm still a little confused on why Cynthia is. I believe the main point for her is she finally feels heard and represented on screen through her character. But for Ariana, it goes a lot deeper. So Ariana did say, I believe in at least one interview, that when she was about 10 years old, she went to go see Wicked on Broadway and got to meet the actual original actress playing her, who, just a quick side note, the original Alphaba and the original Glinda do make cameo appearance, and I just love seeing Idina Menzel, especially, almost be Alphaba all over again, but that's beside the point. So when Oriana was a child, as I just said, she went to go see the original Broadway show, and she got to meet the original Glinda. And she basically, to summarize what she said, was, I hope to play you one day. And lo and behold, fast forward to now, here she is. She is playing Glinda. And she has so much love and respect for the original Broadway actress, and she was crying because she had asked the original Broadway actress, are you proud of me for portraying the same character you did so many years ago? And the original actress, the reason why I'm not saying her name is because I feel like I'm going to say it wrong. I think it's Kristen. But, she's like, yeah, I'm proud of you. So Ariana, in a way, feels like not only is her dream coming true, but she has won the love, respect, and approval of the original actress. And the other question I wanted to answer is about, is the Scarecrow, the Cowardly Lion, and the Tin Man in this? And the answer is yes, they are in this. So, due to, with Bach, from what I'm understanding after reread the book, Nessa accidentally casts a spell that is hurting Bach, and Alphaba comes to save him. And the spell she cast, shrinks, or one of the spells they cast shrinks Bach's heart. And Alphaba, to save him, casts a spell, and he becomes the Tin Man. Fiyero becomes the Scarecrow. For trying to save Alphaba, his punishment is to be hung up like a scarecrow. And Alphaba casts a spell trying to save him, thus turning him into the Scarecrow. Now, on that note, if you watch, especially Dancing Through Life, there's little hints towards his fate as the Scarecrow, like how he's standing in that doorway, kind of in a Scarecrow-like manner. So yes, Bach becomes the Tin Man, Fiyero becomes the Scarecrow. And the little lion cub, this one's the hardest of the three, in my opinion. The little lion cub that they save becomes the Cowardly Lion. That one's not as, like, obvious, but if you take the scene where the lion cub is brought to former Dr. Delamoun's class and is biting on the cage, because, you know, it's a lion cub, it wants to be out, it kind of gets hit with, looks like a little wand thing, and cowers back in fear, because the whole point of silencing the animals is silencing them at a young age. And thank gosh, Alphaba and Fiyero saved him. And when he's released, he does become the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz. And as for whether or not they're friends, to me, they've always been friends. I think the way The Wizard of Oz, who most see as kind of like the propaganda version that the wizard created, I believe the wizard and Madame Marble definitely work their magic and kind of turning Alphaba and Glinda against each other. So, enemies, but I argue that it's really just for show. Glinda is, however, a wicked witch, to me. Yeah, she's the good witch of the north, but she kind of is wicked. More wicked than Alphaba. And, yes, I did see the original Wizard of Oz, so it's going to be curious to see how they incorporate that, but Alphaba's wicked, so the people already are against her. Curious to see how they're going to try and turn Nessa, who is the Wicked Witch of the East, into her being wicked. But I'm sorry for all my rambling. I hope this does answer some of your questions. I do have to reread the book, and it's been a while since I've seen the Broadway play, so I gotta catch up on that for part 2, but hope this helps.